Hello, it's autumn here at Homegrown Veg in the United Kingdom, and we're just about to turn out another bucket of potatoes. Now these potatoes started out in life as set aside potatoes which I had during the winter months and stored and planted in the spring of the year. But not these particular potatoes, because I ran out of buckets. I didn't have enough buckets, I didn't have enough soil. So some of the potatoes I had in store were planted in spring and they were harvested in summer, and they had 3 months in the bucket. And then in the middle of summer I planted the potatoes we're going to harvest today, and we're now in the middle of autumn, so they've had 3 months in the bucket. So the original potatoes had 1.5 spring months and 1.5 summer months growing in the bucket, and the ones we're going to take today have had 1.5 summer months and 1.5 autumn months growing in the bucket. Now I've already harvested some of these potatoes, and I've got to tell you, I got the surprise. I wasn't really expecting this, because it is getting late in the year now. Nights are closing in. It's getting colder, it's getting windier, it's getting wetter. It's not really potato growing weather. But they're finished anyway. After 3 months of growing, these potatoes are ready to harvest. So let's go and take another bucket today. Are you with me? I know you are. Come on. This is Nemo. I don't know if you can tell. Nemo has flowered. The flowers have dropped. And there's a few yellow leaves appearing on the bottom, so it's time we had Nemo out of this bucket. Okay, final check. Yeah, it's definitely a Nemo. You'll know it's Nemo when I turn it out, when you see the colour scheme. Right, let's see what Nemo is going to give us. There's one anyway. That's a start, isn't it? To get one, that's a start. So as you can see, bottom half of the pot has disappeared. All the potatoes are above the bottom half, and there's one that dropped out. Right, let's shake it out. I'll just pop that down there, and I've got this box handy. Pop these Nemos in. Looks like we might have a shoal of Nemo. Is that possible with potatoes? It is with fish. Oh. Oh yeah. we're getting a return from Nemo. Oh, I think the scales will be coming out for this one. Yep, they definitely will. Right, let's see what we've got here. Nemo. How about that? Yeah, I think we're happy with that. Yeah, we are. Well, we're going to weigh them anyway. We're going to see what we've got. And I think the best I've done so far is £1.75. And to be honest, I can't see these beating that. But hey, we won't know till we get them on the scales, will we? Right, let's go and do a weigh-in. Here we go. One store-bought set aside potato, Nemo, growing in a 10-inch X-cut flower water bucket. The potato that went in there would probably be about that sort of size, I would think. Yeah, probably no bigger. And what have we got? There's a couple of titches to go on there now. What we got? Oh, just short of £1.50. Just short of £1.50. But more than £1.25. Not £1.50, but more than £1.25. This is a reasonable return for a small water bucket like that. This is bucket number 6, and as you can see, that potato plant is still looking quite healthy. It's lush and it's green, so I'm still watering it. All the other 5 buckets are finished. I've turned all those 5 buckets out. So why this one is so healthy and still growing, I've no idea. They've all had the same treatment, but I'll tell you what, I'm really looking forward to turning this one out. You've got to come back to me and see this bucket turned out. Bucket number 6. Just a quick recap before I turn this potato out. It's a shop bought set aside potato. I set these potatoes aside early in the year. Some got planted in spring and harvested in summer after about 3 months in the bucket. This particular potato and 5 others like it didn't go into the buckets till midsummer, and they were harvested in autumn. So those potatoes, the ones planted in summer, got 1.5 summer months and 1.5 autumn months in the bucket, and then I turned them out. And I turned them out because they were finished, they died off. But this particular one seemed to want to keep going, so I left it. So this particular potato has been in the bucket 4 months. That's a month more than the other potatoes that I turned out that were set aside and only started in summer. They got 1.5 summer months and 1.5 autumn months, giving them 3 months in the bucket. This has got 1.5 summer months and 2.5 autumn months in the bucket, making that 4 months in the bucket. So what can we expect? Well, the potato that came out of this bucket was a potato called Nemo. Nemo gave us a decent delivery, and now we're taking this one out, which is Yellow Queen. So let's see what Yellow Queen can deliver after 4 months in the bucket. This bucket seems quite wet. As you could see, all the tops were completely yellow, so there's no point in leaving this any longer. Wow, I can see a biggie around here. Just before we break this soil ball, because these potatoes have had a month longer in the bucket than the previous 5 buckets that I've turned out, would we expect it to be more potatoes, or would we expect it to be possibly the same amount of potatoes but maybe bigger because they've had a month longer to swell? I'm going for bigger. Okay, let's break the soil ball. There's one. Oh yeah, that's definitely bigger than any of the potatoes I harvested from the previous 5 buckets I've set aside. Here's another. Not quite as big, it's still a nice potato. Whoa. Yeah, I'll bring these to the back of the barrow, by the way, so you can see them. I'm just... Oh, that's another decent potato. Well, we've definitely got a weigh in, so we're definitely going indoors to weigh these in. And there's a small potato there I spotted. I might be able to give to Meg. I don't want to give it a biggish potato because, well, I just don't. Small potatoes, yeah, not big potatoes. No, the ones that are in there are probably a bit too big to be giving a dog. So, let's have a look at them. Not a lot, but bigger. Okay, a couple of titches here. Is that it? Is that your lot? I think so, yeah. That's it. Shop board set aside, yellow queen, 4 months in a bucket, 1.5 summer months, 2.5 autumn months. Let's get these guys inside and weigh them. Okay, bucket number 6. The other 5 buckets that I've already turned out a month ago delivered as an average 1 3/4 pound of potatoes. Hey, that's good. 1 3/4 pound. Now this potato, as I've already said, has had a month longer in the bucket, and as a consequence I think these potatoes are definitely bigger. But I'm not too sure about the weight, so we're going to do a weigh-in, see what we can get. But already I'm declaring this trial a success. Oh, why wouldn't you? I've turned out 6 buckets of potatoes that I wasn't expecting. Planted them in summer, grew them through in autumn. That's something I've never done before successfully, and got a good delivery. And these are quality potatoes, I've got to tell you. They are quality potatoes, so yeah. We're declaring this trial a success, and I will be doing this in future years. 2 crops of potatoes from the same soil in the same year has been a success for me here at Homegrown Veg. Yes, it has. Now then, 1 3/4. What has this one given us? Oh, that's just over 1 3/4. But for argument's sake, we're going to call it 1 3/4. So that's 6 buckets of potatoes, 1 3/4 in each, that I wasn't expecting this year. I'd set those potatoes aside. There was no buckets, there was no soil, I couldn't plant them. And as an afterthought, when I started turning potatoes out in summer, I thought, yeah, why not? Give them a go, and this is the result. Hey, we are happy with that. We're definitely happy with that. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed making it. If you have enjoyed it, thumbs up would be nice. If you're a subscriber, thank you. And if you're not a subscriber, hey, why not? just click the subscribe button, hit that bell notification icon. Every time I turn a bucket out, you'll see what comes out of the bucket. Yes, you will. Okay, so this is Homegrown Veg signing out.